chefs a long time ago. Certainly Escoffier, born in 1846 and didn't pass away until 1935, was a star chef. If you want to go back further than him, you have Carême, who was his teacher, and go back further than that if you'd like. But talk to us a little bit about star chefs. We know who they all are today. We can go through the name game. But where are the new crop of star chefs going to come from? How will they be different from the star chefs that we have today?
They'll actually spend time at the restaurants that Shai is running.
I truly hope so.
That is, I wanted to jump in while Shai was speaking, but that is a big problem, and not to divulge too much into this, but since we're all here and obviously want to take something away from it, there is not just Shai, what he's dealt with in the past, but I mean there's a number of Cornellian run hotel groups and such that they have commissioned quote unquote star chefs. And the chefs have put their name on the concepts. They've maybe written the menus, maybe not. You maybe had a chef de cuisine or such do it. Then they walk away. Then, a year later, the restaurants are in complete rubble. No one's actually been taking any accountability running these restaurants, and it's been a major problem. And the major factor there is it's really hurt like the whole, I guess, star chef image, if you will, because people get excited. I saw him on TV. I saw her on TV. I'm going to go have their experience at the restaurant that their name is on the marquee, and you go have that experience, and it's catastrophic. You might as well, been at a McDonald's or something like that for the value that you're getting for your money. And it happens all the time and all too often. But I mean, that's America, and people are able to, kind of get these opportunities when they probably shouldn't. And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I was probably a little too young to be opening my first restaurant. 26, but I had an opportunity that this whole, Top Chef experience led me to, and was I going to say no? I don't want your millions of dollars opening my own restaurant. Of course I did, and I made it work, but it was a lot of struggles along the way. But in any case, that is kind of the state where the industry is, and Escoffier, as Dennis mentioned, that guy's face was on a poster and said I didn't have Michael Jordan on my wall. I had a Escoffier, with a quote from him, saying that in true cuisine there is truth, and about just the whole heart of what the industry is, and saying his birthday too, 1846. That guy was pretty old, but it was also served as an inspiration. And these chefs, Bernard Point, Carême, Escoffier, they were the first star chefs. But the difference between the star chefs of then and the star chefs today is that back then only foodies knew about these people. You couldn't walk into a random stranger on the street and say, "Hey, you know who Escoffier is?" And be like, "What? What are you talking about?" And they think you're talking about some kind of technological advancement or something. It wasn't common knowledge. If you run into someone and say who Rachel Ray is or Mario Batali or someone like that, of course these people know that. And we were speaking on a call the other day, and I can say this. I'm a product of Generation Food Network. I got into this business because I was exposed to these big names, and they kind of showed me like what the industry was all about. And I took my first cooking class when I was 5, and my father's a physicist, and my mother does cancer research oncology. Like there was always that foodie element, but I was not destined to be in this business by any means. My dad was a little upset when I said I wanted to go to Culinary Institute of America for my education. So actually, and the Cornell thing side of that too was, the only way they even let me go there was they said, you have to promise that you're going to go get a business degree after this culinary thing that you're doing. And that's how the Cornell thing came into play. Later on when Drew brought that to my attention. So I made everybody happy, and obviously I came out on top in that deal, which was good. But there was some history to that. In any case, to cut to the point of this is that like the new star chefs today, they're going to grow. I mean, Top Chef is a powerful brand. The Food Network has changed the whole entire industry now with an offshoot of Cooking Channel with people like Ellie and her colleagues. They're really taking it to a whole other level. And Dennis said this almost like right off the bat was, the exposure that say Ellie has to America is greater than one of the most amazing, renowned chefs of our time, Escoffier, because he was only able to reach as a star chef back in his day maybe a few hundred people a night. They didn't have those distribution channels that we do today, and it's very powerful. But that power can be used in the wrong way. Going back to what Shai was saying, you put these people in place, and if they don't deliver, and if they don't execute, and they don't take accountability of who they are and their reputation, all things fail, and it hurts everyone. The guests, the principals behind the business. It's just not a good situation to be in. And I think We've seen so many of those scenarios happen, so hopefully, I can't predict what's going to happen, but hopefully the next wave of star chefs are the ones who are responsible, who take accountability, that are star chefs in their own right, like the Daniel Humes of 11 Madison Park, who are known to every single foodie across America and are starting to reach out beyond that without even being on a television show because of the reputation that they're building and the impact that they're having on the industry, and that is something that I personally wish to achieve in the future. So.
And I think that's the key, because for me, if you look today, celebrity chefs are becoming more of actors and less of chefs. So I would like to see more chefs that are proud of being chefs, that spend time in the kitchen, that develop talent, that truly devote themselves to being a chef. It's going to be interesting how that paradigm shifts, you know, and it's great to have the Food Network, and it's great to have that, you know, we have at the Gordon Ramsay, not at Gordon Ramsay, not at the fine dining, but at Maze, the more casual, we have 10-year-olds that come in and they want a kitchen tour. And then they tell you your chicken is not juicy. How great is that? I truly think it's great. Right? I hope that that's where the chefs will come from, right? Or the grills. But it's really, you know, it's like you have to be in the field, boots on the ground, really cooking.